What's going on, y'all? I do apologize for coming to y'all just a little bit late, 5 or so minutes. I was trying to get a few things worked out before the podcast started, but end up not happening. But hey, maybe later on, maybe next time, who knows? But I appreciate you for stopping by today, right here on the Golden Octagon for Change to Cheddar, where we try to literally turn some change, pocket change, $10 or less, into $100 or more, betting with some long shot UFC parlays specifically for UFC pay-per-views. That's when I do it. It's what I'm the most confident in. I am coming off of a winning week. I won about $100 last weekend, so I can't complain too much. It was like a 7 leg. I don't remember. You guys saw it earlier in the week in the podcast, but feeling kind of nice, feeling a little confident coming up into this weekend. And if this is your first time here, how it works on this Change to Cheddar, what I do is I gather up all the knowledge. Where first of all, I should introduce myself for y'all if you've never been here before. My name is Matt, longtime MMA fan. Watch literally every single UFC fight, prelims to main card, every single weekend. I don't miss one, no matter even if it's at 5 a.m. like this past France card. Watch every single fight. So gather all my knowledge all week from everyone that I personally listen to over the entire week and my personal knowledge, and I bring to you the best possible bets that I can. So with that being said, I gather all the knowledge that I have, I throw it into a pot, mix it up, pour it into a baking cake, put it in the oven, and I bring to you my best bets, my best plays. And at the end of the show, I give to you my $10 of my personal long shot parlays, the $10 or less, or around $10, and trying to win $100 or more. This week we have 4 parlays total, $2.50 each, all to win over $100 each. So I appreciate all of y'all for stopping by here today. And y'all were in here really, really early today. It looks like y'all are arguing just a little bit. Lush was in here. Nate was in here. Silent Six was in here. All the guys. Derek Goofery was in here. What's going on, brother? All of you guys are in here. And I said that I was going to try to get a little special guest on the show earlier in the week. And I tried to make it happen on time today. But y'all know D-Rose has kids. So, tried to make it happen. It didn't work on time, but I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. We still got him here. Welcome, D-Rose. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, what a guest it! He's back, baby.
D-Rose.
Let's go. Made the commitment. Made it here. Had a few hiccups along the way, but hey, we here though. We made it.
Nice. So, D-Rose made it to Change to Cheddar for, I think, the second time now, maybe third time from a long time ago. But I believe Change to Cheddar was what we came back on when we finally decided to start coming back doing the pod. We did a little post weigh-in Change to Cheddar type thing, but that was just a podcast. But yeah, dude, glad D-Rose making an appearance. So shout out D-Rose. The chat.
Got to turn down the volume on my phone. You got to turn on the volume on my phone. Hell yeah!
Let's go out of nowhere
with a steel chair.
Nice. Yeah. So with that being said, we got a little extra guest on here. So not only do you get my opinion that it's just one side. If me and D-Rose would have a little disagreement, maybe that's a fight that you shouldn't be maybe putting a lot of your money on this weekend if you don't know which way to go either way. So with that being said, D-Rose, I'm not going to spend any more time. I kind of set up the show already. So let's jump in to this weekend's fights, dude. So I should probably share the screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So what we are going to do is start, at the weigh-ins that happened earlier on. I would start at the official weigh-ins, but I should let you know the only fighter that missed weight was Shane Young. He did weigh in 145.5 or around there, something like that.
That was 147.
No, that's 145. 149. Like it was like
I thought you said 145.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
my apologies.
there's a chance that I did say 145, but even if I did say 145, I did mean to say 149 and a half. Yeah. So he did
that's
miss
a big
weight.
difference.
Yeah, and he looked like ass on the scales too. Yeah. So it's kind of odd to say, but dude, not only did he was the only one to miss on the scales, but dude, everyone else not everyone else, but like literally half the other fights were using the box of shame. So that's why in the thumbnail you saw me in the box of shame. I was in the box of shame because everyone
Make sure
else
nobody's
was
staring at your junk.
yeah, everyone else was in the box of shame this morning. Lush Low Main asking, we fading the weight miss. We'll get to it, brother. So with that being said, I'm not gonna waste any more of y'all's time. I apologize, y'all, but I had to let y'all know that we did have one weight miss this morning, and because of that, we're just going to jump right into the ceremonial weigh-ins. So first fight of the night going to be Kiefer Crosby. This is Kiefer Crosby. Get a few photos of Kiefer Crosby, huh?
Hey, they were pretty fired up at the face-off in the weigh-ins. Even though I don't know much about them, they kind of got me fired up for the fight, man.
Yeah, and then here we have Kevin Jousset or Kevin Jousset, however you want to say it. He's French, but I'm going Jousset.
If John Anik says it that way, that's how I go with it, and that's how John Anik said it. So.
Yeah, dude. So we have one dude clearly done steroids in his life with all the back acne there and all muscled up, dude. Here, let me zoom out just a tad. And the other guy just seems kind of odd that how he's holding his like fist behind his ears like that. I don't know. Hopefully that's not how he holds his hands in the fight because I don't know what he's going to be protecting. But yeah, dude, Jousset, taller, longer, Crosby, thicker, shorter. I'm sticking with my pick from earlier in the week, though. I'm going to stick with Jousset, man. How about you? Probably by decision, but these are both UFC newcomers, so I don't have a strong lean either way, brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see some type of finish, just because two newcomers. I mean, we could maybe potentially see the level of a regional fight, and coming into this, both of them could just be going out there trying to put on a show. But I think I would have to stick with GCA as well. You look at he's got a pretty good size advantage on him. Look, they were like I said, Kiefer Crosby, he was fired up as well, and I think honestly during the face-off, I think the reason why Jousset's hand is back like that because really Kiefer Crosby's establishing that position. He's kind of getting in his face, and he's kind of establishing that dog in him right there. So hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Kiefer got that dog and ends up doing something to him. We don't know either one about either of these fighters,
Yeah, I feel you there. Nate saying until Kelvin fights on the same card as Nazareth, I'm going to believe they are the same person. Yeah, dude. That's the reason that Kelvin didn't fight last time because he cut too much weight, and he's just going to fight at 155 this weekend. I definitely would not bet Shane. I'll say that now. Yeah, fair enough. Most confident underdogs I have Ty, Chepe, Diamond, and Miranda. Probably won't close his favorites, but Dos Santos, Lane. Fair enough. All right, dude. So are you sticking with your pick, or are you going?
Yeah, we'll stick with the pick. I'm just saying that we don't know either a thing about either fighter. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kiefer won,
Yeah. So up next we got Gabriel Miranda with the cool mustache. Going to be, dude. They took so many pictures today. Usually it's just a one or two of each. Now it's like 3 of the fighters on the prelims, dude. Come on. But Gabriel Miranda shredded up though, yeah.
He definitely is. That's why I said, the other day when we were talking, he fought Benoit Saint Denis at 55. So him coming down to 45, because he looked pretty. If you go back and watch that fight, I actually went back and watched that fight a little bit. I think it was the other day. He was a pretty good size against Benoit. So yeah, I'm not surprised he shredded.
Yeah, man. So, but looks pretty good. Shane Young later on this afternoon. Didn't look as terrible as he looked earlier today, dude. But I still don't like the weight miss. But I don't know, dude. Shane Young seems to be the more technical striker on the feet, to be honest. And I don't know if Gabriel Miranda can get him down, but I'm just saying that like weight miss really throws me off, dude. And the size of Gabriel being like the bigger guy still just kind of makes me want to do the official pick flip, dude. I'm flipping going Gabriel Miranda, but because of the podcast and the picks earlier in the week, because of the podcast, my pick's going to stay what it is for the pick chain. But betting wise, I don't think I'm gonna even think about betting on Shane Young at all. And if I bet anything on this fight, it'll maybe be to start round 2, maybe the over 1.5, or maybe just straight up on the dog Gabriel Miranda, who is right now Gabriel Miranda.
It's the line's catching up quick.
All right, you open your DraftKings you open your FanDuel for me, and I'll open.
Well, FanDuel right now, because I'll tell you, I actually just placed a bet on Gabriel Miranda. That's how confident I am in him. Earlier he was plus 118. He is now plus 102 on FanDuel right now. So yeah, the line's starting to catch up with the weight miss and everything, and it's starting to catch up pretty quick now.
And right now, DraftKings has Shane Young minus 125, Gabriel Miranda plus 105, dude. So that's probably going to end up flipping by tomorrow.
Yeah, Shane Young's minus 120 on FanDuel. So yeah, as you said, the flip, I would not be surprised because I'll tell you, this is actually the second bet I'll place on Gabriel Miranda. This is how confident I am. And yeah, I locked him in at plus 116 earlier. He's now plus 102. I mean, that was just 2 hours ago. So yeah, the money's coming in. The money's coming in hard on Miranda right now.
Yeah. All right, dude. So it looks like me and D Rose both on Miranda now betting wise. But moving on to the next fight, we got Chuck Buffalo, Charlie Radke, going to be.
I love that name.
Flipping the birds to the Australian crowd, dude. And he's going to be taking on Bloods, as they call him, Blood Diamond Mike Matheta. I believe that's how you say it. But Blood Diamond. Dude, Blood Diamond looks confident. But, dude, I'm not saying that he's not in shape, dude. I don't know. I would just like to see him, like, for being shredded, dude, I would like to see him have some abs, dude. Like, especially when, like full flexing, But,
he's a little older too, though.
Yeah,
and he's like 34, 35. I mean, I'm not expecting him to have the best physique.
Yeah, I don't know, but dude, if I'm going to be honest, Charlie Radke probably wins this fight, but I'm not going to be betting it because I don't know anything about him. Because they do size up pretty well, and from what I've heard all week, Charlie Radke does get dropped quite often, and Blood Diamond does have a pretty solid round 1 in him, and he does throw head kicks, dude. So I'm not flipping pick. I'm going Blood Diamond still. Probably not going to bet it, though. Or if I do bet it, I probably won't have it in any, if many, parlays. But Blood Diamond. But if I anything to bet on this fight, I'm probably going Chuck Buffalo via sub. And if you want to play Chuck Buffalo later sub, that's probably not the worst play ever, like round 2, round 3. I know odds are like plus 500, plus 600 for that prop. But D-Rose, what's your thoughts here? Which way are you going?
I definitely be sticking with the same pick of Charlie Radke. I think I think with them facing off, Charlie Radke, as you said, Blood Diamond, he's shredded, but he's not big by any means. I think you can see a lot more mass on Charlie Radke. Just looking at the two of them compared right there. I mean, mass wise, I mean, look at Radke's shoulders compared to compared to Blood Diamonds. I think he's going to be the stronger dude. Betting wise, I'm with you. I'm not comfortable putting money on Radke, especially with as heavy of a favorite as he is right now. I mean, you can get him on FanDuel at minus 295. I mean, for a UFC newcomer, even though Blood Diamond, I don't really consider him that great. That's nothing for me to feel comfortable laying any type of money on. The only thing that
he has the UFC experience too.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's been a couple times where I know Ryan Kosei that he went the decision to, but he ended up going to a decision there as well. So I don't know if it's 100% certain that Raki's going to be able to get the sub. The only thing I'd probably feel comfortable doing, I mean, again, I'm betting on FanDuel. You can get to fight to start round 2 at minus 196 on FanDuel right now. That might be the thing that I might feel the most comfortable betting on. But if you care about your sanity and your money, I'd probably stay away from this fight.
Well, I will be the nuts one this weekend. Right now, Blood Diamond is a plus 260 dog. Charlie Radke minus 325 favorite right now. You said to start round 2, D-Rose.
Yeah, it's minus 196. Not great odds, but I mean,
to start round 2 on DraftKings is even minus 200. So to start round 3 plus 120. But the whole reason why I do bet on both personally is because you can have like alternate lines. So like the alternate total right now is 2.5 like for FanDuel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like plus 150 minus 195, something like that.
It is right now on FanDuel, the over 2.5 is actually plus 152. That's actually it seems a little heavy.
Yeah, so I can actually change my alternate line to over 1.5, like for minus 135, which is I think is a solid play. If you bet DraftKings, yeah. So if you have like DraftKings, you can play the over 1.5 in your alternate lines, but if you're playing anything else, you're to start round 2 around minus 200. It's probably your safest play for this fight. But I do have it in one of the long shots this weekend. But hey, we'll get into it. I'm going Mike Mathetha still as my pick, but Chuck Buffalo probably subs him. D-Rose sticking with this pick of Chuck Buffalo.
That's a pretty dope nickname, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, it's Blood Diamond, dude.
That is, that's I don't know, that might be the clash of the two coldest nicknames in the game, Blood Diamond and Chuck Buffalo. Like, what is a Chuck Buffalo? Like, I gotta know.
All right, next fight of the night, we got Landon Quinones. Recently on Tough, got submitted by Jason Knight, dude. So not good, dude. He is also a huge underdog, D-Rose. Looking shredded up there, though. Yeah, looking ready to go. Nasrat hack press, saluting with the wrong hand, unless where he's from, you salute with your left hand. But it is what it is. But also looks good up there. He's wide, dude. In good shape. He was one of the people that used the box this morning, dude. Landon, a little bit taller, dude, but Nasrat way thicker, dude. I think most people expect Nasrat to win this fight no matter what. But if I gotta be honest, dude, I don't feel great about this fight. If I've left this one out of the majority of my parlays because I don't want this one to bust my parlay because everyone's just in on Nasrat this weekend. It seems like an easy play. He's for sure going to win, and then he just gets fucking cracked, dude. I don't want to risk this one in my parlays, but Nasrat probably wins against the I guess UFC newcomer that got submitted on Tough by a guy that is not good at all, dude. What's your thoughts?
And fights at 1 point. And Jason Knight, because I didn't even watch Tough that much, but Tough was at 55, right? Yeah. Jason Knight is more of a 145er. Like he's definitely a featherweight, and he's kind of a small featherweight. So for you to kind of shed that, because I didn't watch the Ultimate Fighter, I'm not gonna lie. So for you to shed that on me, yeah, that's
in
definitely
like 50 seconds.
Yeah, that's definitely a little surprising. I know Jason Knight's got some good jiu-jitsu. He does, because he's got some pretty slick submissions in the UFC from when he fought in the UFC back in the day. But yeah, that's pretty surprising to hear that. But I mean, I would go Nasrat anyway because we both thought that he was going to win. But I'm with you betting wise. Too heavy of a line to play. I mean, I think if you're really, really confident in Nasrat, I mean, he's not the greatest finisher in the world. You could maybe go Nasrat by decision. You can get him at plus 120 on FanDuel right now. That would be the only thing that I would even remotely consider playing on this. But even then, I wouldn't feel great about it. So I'm with you. I'm staying away from this. I'm keeping my original pick as Nasrat. I'm even more confident. But yeah, I think as far as betting wise, I'm staying far away from this.
Yeah, I for sure feel you, dude. And if you happen to be playing on DraftKings and you are a complete degenerate and must play this fight, if you go over to your fight parlays tab, that is Shane Young. If you're on, if you click the fight, go over to your fight parlays tab, and you can get Nasrat hack pressed to win and over 1.5 rounds at a minus 200, which I feel like isn't the worst play in the world. It even kind of leaves you room for like a late round 2 finish, early round 3 finish, and he doesn't have to win by decision, but still covers it as well. But that's minus 200. But still, y'all, this fight just doesn't make me feel good. Like, what if this kid just comes in here and cracks Nasrat? Nasrat. Right. I just crushed both of his names together. Nasrat, Haqparast, and just, dude, I would just feel like an idiot because it's like, dude, why am I betting on this fight to begin with? So he's not in a ton of my parlays. He might be in a few just really Hail Mary ones, but aside from that, I'm not risking it this weekend. But we are both on Nasrat Haqparast, probably later on in the fight or decision.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we got more pictures of this fight still. Cool. Next fight, we got Robert Whitaker, or I'm just kidding, that's John Makdessi. dude, we got Kelvin and Robert both fighting on the same card again, dude. Not against each other this time.
That's what I was about to say. No rematch, though. No rematch.
Yeah. We got John Makdessi taking on Jamie Malarkey, but dude, for such a terrible card, they took way too many pictures. Dude, Jamie Malarkey throws me off because it's like he has white eyebrows, so it's like they shine in the light, so it throws me off just a little bit, dude. But dude, Jamie Malarkey looks great up there, to be honest. And as we thought, going to be the bigger guy overall, thicker. John the Bull just going to rush forward and kind of throw little combination punches for the most part. Hasn't knocked out anyone in like 10 years, though. We talked about that earlier in the week on the podcast. My pick stands, dude. Sticking Jamie Malarkey here. If you're betting DraftKings, probably take the Jamie Malarkey over 1.5 or the Jamie Malarkey 3 or decision. Because Jamie Malarkey straight up, dude, the line just keeps getting wider and wider. Right now, Jamie Malarkey minus 270 on DraftKings, plus 220 for John Makdessi. But I'm going Jamie Malarkey here. D-Rose, which way are you going?
Yeah, definitely sticking with my Jamie Malarkey pick. But I will say, in terms of them facing off of one another, John Makdessi, he's a little bit bigger than I imagine. Like, I don't know. I imagine when them facing off, I just imagine it'd be not like a Tai and Volkov difference in height, but I just expected Malarkey to be a lot bigger. But I think Makdessi's size kind of threw me off for a little bit. But I still think that Malarkey wins. One thing I will say, Makdessi's durable. Like you said, he walks forward, but he doesn't walk into too much danger as he used to, but he will try to find his shots, try to get clinches, takedowns, things of that nature. So, I mean, he could, if you're feeling froggy, FanDuel got him at plus 110, Jamie Malarkey at minus 255 on FanDuel right now. You can maybe put a little bit on John Makdessi if you're feeling a little bit freaky, but I do think that Jamie Malarkey, even though he hasn't fought the best, I still think that he should have enough in the tank to beat John Makdessi. I if I'm guessing, I don't think he finishes McDessie. I think McDessie's tough. You can get Jamie Malarkey by decision on FanDuel right now at plus 115. So I think that's that's something that you could potentially take advantage of. Or for what I like to bet on FanDuel sometimes too, if I'm scared of potentially a late finish, you could do alternate round betting, and you could get Jamie Malarkey at round 3 or decision at minus 115. So I think either of those plays would be pretty solid because John McDessie's pretty durable. Jamie Malarkey, unless he's got someone like really hurt, he goes for the finish, but not the biggest finisher overall though.
Yeah. If anything worries me about this fight at all, it's just that Jamie Malarkey got knocked out two months ago. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about the whole thing. But I don't really think John McDessie is a power puncher like that. So I think we're solid. Jamie Malarkey should win this fight.
Almost kind of reminds me of like a Parker Porter and Braxton Smith. After Parker Porter got knocked out by Tafa, he took a fight like 2 weeks later against Braxton Smith. Next thing you know, Braxton Smith was absolute garbage, and Parker Porter just wanted to get a quick win. So kind of has that kind of vibe to it to me.
Yeah. So up next, another one of the fighters like this morning that for sure used the box of shame was Chepe Mariscal. But looks good up there at the ceremonial weigh-ins. Big arms, big flex, dude. He's going to be fighting Far Jack Jenkins. So Chepe Machine Gun Mariscal taking on Far Jack Jenkins. Far Jack Jenkins also shredded, dude. This is both dudes bricked up. Chepe looks good. He didn't look great like this morning, so it kind of makes me think the weight cut kind of got to him, dude. My pick is staying what it was. Dude, why did they take 17 pictures of the early prelims and then now they're taking like 2 of each fight? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah,
and the website obeyed your command and tried to get less pictures.
Yeah, right. But now I'm just like scrolling through in a hurry. I'm like, there's only like 1 or 2. Okay, so but when they size up, dude, I think Chepe a tad bit taller, dude, but not really too much. I think Jack's a little bit wider. My pick's staying, dude. I'm sticking Far Jack Jenkins, probably over 1.53 or decision. That's the way I'm going right now. Jack Jenkins minus 205. Jose Mariscal Machine Gun is plus 170 on DraftKings. But I'm sticking with my pick, Far Jack Jenkins. D Rose, which way are you going?
Yeah, I'm still leaning Chepe here. Honestly, I know he used the box to weigh in earlier, but I will say that I think that this face off honestly kind of made me a little bit more confident in Chepe. I think just in terms of how they size up. I mean, I know you said you think Jack Jenkins is a little bit wider. I mean, dude, if you ask me, I mean Chepe's pretty bricked up right there, dude. I mean, I think probably Jack Jenkins probably has less body fat. Yeah, you could probably say that, but I think I think them sizing up against one another. I think Chepe is a bigger dude. Again, I like the way he fights, and I mean, right now, I mean, he's the underdog. I mean, right now you can get him at plus 168. I'm not gonna lie, as we was sitting here, I just put a little $10 bet. I just did for all the dogs bet, and I did I put
tell us at the end, Rose.
Yeah. Well, I put Chepe on there. I'll tell you that for sure. Yeah, I put Chepe on there, and yeah, I'm super confident in him. I like his style, and yeah, I know Jack Jenkins got those leg kicks, but I think Chepe gets inside, and I think he gets inside those leg kicks. I think he does work, man, and I mean, I think that plus 168. I think that's a lot of value, man. So I don't know if I'd go super heavy on Chepe here because Jack Jenkins is going to have the home crowd to kind of rally him. But yeah, I wouldn't be scared to put $10-20 on Chepe straight up. I'd be that confident in him getting the dub.
Yeah, this is just one that me and D Rose is just split on, dude. I think the weight cut got the Chepe, and dude, Jack Jenkins got nasty leg kicks, dude. Solid takedown defense, and he's so technical, man. I'm sticking with my pick, Jack Jenkins. Me and D Rose will be split on this. I won't be putting a $10 straight bet on him because that would be worthless to do. But he will be in a few of my parlays, and hopefully he don't He don't shit in my cereal, you know. Up next, we got Da-Woon Jung, Big Korea, as I like to call him. Going to be taking on the Black Jag, Carlos Ulberg, dude. Carlos Ulberg, of course, they give him a few pictures.
Oh, you know they were going to have plenty for him. What's up with the blonde hair, though?
Yeah, I think he did last time as well. Him and Izzy, like both, like are wearing this this thing. I'm not sure what it is. Someone feel free to let us know in the chat or comments, whichever, if you're watching live or
Silent
after.
6.
Yeah.
Here, come let us know, Silent.
Yeah. But dude, from this angle and where I'm sitting, it looks like Carlos Ulberg might have like the smidgest of a height advantage, or they're like dead on the same height. I don't think Da-Woon Jung is a lot taller, if any, dude. They're roughly the same height from what I see. Carlos Ulberg going to be clearly the quicker, better striker. But if Da-Woon Jung grabs Carlos Ulberg, I'm going to kind of be worried, dude. I'm going to be honest, because I don't know. I just feel like the thickness of Jung this week makes me think he just wants to grab him and just hold him and lay on him. And if he does that and it tires out Carlos Ulberg, I'm not going to be a fan. But I'm sticking with my pick, early knockout, Carlos Ulberg. But I will have my eye on this fight early, dude. If I see Da-Woon Jung get Carlos Ulberg down, dude, I am immediately probably going to put a $20 live bet on Da-Woon Jung at any plus odds possible. Because, dude, if so, because Carlos Ulberg, pretty much, if he doesn't win in round one, dude, or he's not clearly winning, he might gas, dude, and kind of unproven. Da-Woon Jung kind of tough, but I'm not betting on him without seeing something bad happen in the fight. So I'm gonna keep my eye on this fight, live betting for sure. D-Rose, which way are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my pick with Carlos Ulberg as well. I do agree with you. I think an early finish. Da-Woon Jung, he is tough. I still kind of, he had that knockout loss to Dustin Jacoby, and he's been hit plenty of times, man. So I do think that it's like a traditional Martin neck piece. Look at that, Silent coming through, the man coming through. But no, I think I think Carlos is going to be the faster guy, more explosive guy. His hand speed, dude. He punches like he is light heavyweight Michael Johnson when it comes to his hand speed, dude. Like, it is unreal. And he does this thing when he has guys hurt. When he did it to Negamarianu when he hurt him, and he jumps behind them and just whips these fucking hooks. And he did it to Njokuani as well, or Tafani Njokuani, Tafani Chukwu as well. Yeah, dude. Those angles is when he just kind of steps off to the side and just whips them hooks, dude. When he has people hurt, he puts them out. So he's super fun to watch. I think I agree with you. I would probably say Carlos Ulberg gets the early knockout there. I'm looking right now on FanDuel. If you were to do a KO TKO round combination right now, you can get Carlos Ulberg at knockout in rounds 1 or 2 at plus 100 right now. So I like those odds, and looking at those odds now might be something to actually play tomorrow, or actually play for tomorrow.
Yeah, right now, DraftKings, Carlos Ulberg, a minus 285 favorite. Da-Woon Jung is plus 230 dog. Kind of upsets me because I played Carlos Ulberg earlier in the week, like minus 320, dude. So I feel like kind of like an idiot. But like, it is like in a parlay, it's not straight up. So, the odds there really don't matter too terribly much. But you said Carlos Ulberg via knockout is minus 135 on DraftKings. But I think, D-Rose, you should check the FanDuel Carlos Ulberg knockout round 1 or 2. I think that's like plus 110 or something like that.
That's what I just mentioned it. Yeah, it's plus 100 right now. So that might be something I play. Carlos Ulberg KO TKO round combination. You can do that round 1 or 2 at plus 100 right now, and that's something I might consider playing.
Yeah, and Lush Lemaine letting us know that FanDuel has a 50% odds boost right now as well.
Yep.
So take a take note of that, and like DraftKings just has to one up it, but they do up to 100% odds boost right now. So what they're going to do is every leg they'll add 10%. So if you have a 10 leg, it'll be like 100% odds boost. But if you have like a 5 leg, it's like a 50% odds boost. Like they do one of those for every parlay. Kind of cool, but it only hits crazy big if you have a 10 leg, and that's kind of risking it.
Risk it for the biscuit, though.
Yeah, dude. So we are both on Carlos Ulberg, probably early knockout. Moving on to one we disagree on, dude, and maybe you'll pick Flip, but dude, I'm sticking with my pick. We got the pleasure man, Anton Turkalj. He looked really shredded this morning at the early weigh-ins, dude. Not as shredded now, but he's not really flexing. He's just kind of holding his ears, wanting to hear the boos and everything like that. I don't see him flexing at all. But Tyson Pedro, dude, excuse me, dude, I think he's kind of, dude, Tyson Pedro is, how do I say this? Because he's not that good. I was going to say the male version of Rose Namajunas, like a head case, dude. But he's not as good as Rose is on the female side, dude. I don't, dude, if he doesn't win in round 1, I feel like he falls apart, dude. Like he completely falls apart. Like if he doesn't crush you early round 1 with a few fucking body kicks, he's going to fall apart. And like he's up there flexing like all week, dude. He was I watched the embedded. He's getting so much spotlight like he's a superstar, dude. But it's like you don't make the best decisions like before you got hurt, but which also like lets me know he's prone to injuries too, because he's been hurt for a long time and he was out for a good bit. He lost the OSP, which an older OSP, and lost the Shogun Rua, an older Shogun Rua, dude. And the only time he's won, dude, was like when early in his UFC career was against a young Paul Craig and a young Khalil Roundtree, like 6-8 years ago now, dude. So I don't really even count that because he had a 4-year layoff in between there. Came back, beat 2 fat guys, and then lost to Modestas Bukauskas because he gassed after the first round, dude. I know I'm spending a shit ton of time on this, dude, but I have to let you know why I have to go pleasure man. But dude, in the countdown, dude, I don't know if anyone else saw this. Go back and watch it. I witnessed it with my own eyes. When Izzy was doing his training, dude, Tyson Pedro was training with a female. It looked like the only female in the entire gym. Tyson Pedro, that's who he was training with. So maybe that's who he has to get his confidence with. Train with girls, maybe kind of, out muscle the females while training, dude. I have no faith in Tyson Pedro at all to get it done this week. Maybe if you want to play round 2 to start just to see what happens. But once again, if Tyson Pedro don't get it done round 1, all my faith in the world is on pleasure, man. Another live betting spot, even if you want to play that. If he doesn't finish pleasure man round 1, but Tyson Pedro looked all right, another live betting spot, play pleasure man. But from the jump, I'm going pleasure man this week. He was a dog earlier in the week. He's now a slight favorite. I see this going pleasure man round 2, round 3 sub. And right now on FanDuel, you can get that at plus 1,100 pleasure man round 2, round 3 sub. That's what I have played. I have it in a little Hail Mary parlay later on. I'll show that to y'all. But yeah, I'm going pleasure man, D-Rose. Which way are you going, brother? I talked forever there.
Yeah, I was going to say you're pretty fired up about this fight apparently. But yeah, I mean, I'll keep it short and sweet. I mean, I'm not super confident in either fighter. I mean, I know that Turkalj had a little bit of the tougher road in the UFC in terms of the opponents that he's faced. I'm still going to stick with Tyson Pedro here. Again, not not he was trying to figure out how the Pleasure Man was going to try to finish him off. But no, I'm sticking with Tyson Pedro here. But in terms of betting, I am not looking near this fight for any type of betting whatsoever. I mean, I think I've overlooked this fight.
Look at this.
In terms
At
of
the
gambling.
weigh-ins, he jumped off the stage, grabbed his kid. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're
dude,
not the main event, dude.
Dude, I've overlooked this fight in terms of betting more than I have even the Nasbrat fight. Like, that's how much I have not considered putting a single cent on this fight because I have no confidence either way.
Maybe, dude. Maybe I have more invested on this fight, but not really on the fight itself. More of like, like starting round 2, because I think to start round 2 is like minus 180, minus 190, something like that. And I don't think that's the worst play in the world. And I think you kind of mentioned that like the over 1.5 for this.
Yeah.
Was,
now I do think that is one that I think in terms of, well, I guess I was saying in terms of like which fighter I think would win. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be confident putting any money on Tyson Pedro or Anton Turkalj, but right now, yeah, you can get the over 1.5 on FanDuel at minus 124 right now. So I think if you're just looking for something to play in this fight, I'm thinking that over is pretty good, because I will say even in Tyson Pedro's losses, they have gone a little bit later into the fight as well. I think that Shogun fight, I think he had a knee injury in that fight. That's why he ended up getting TKO'd. But I mean, he was losing the fight, but yeah, he had like a leg injury and his legs like buckled out from under him, and Shogun basically just GMP'd him until he got him out of there. But no, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting money on Pedro or Turkalj, but if I had to put money on something, it would probably be the over 1.5 at minus 124 right now on FanDuel.
Fair enough, dude. Can't be too mad at that. But I'm sticking with my pick, Anton Turkalj. I like him later on in the fight via submission, though. So next fight, we got number 2, D-Rose, Austin Lane versus Justin Tafa, dude. Terribly low-level heavyweight fight. I never like to pick Justin Tafa in fights, and for sure not going to pick Austin Lane in any UFC fight, dude. He could win this weekend. Didn't look terrible in their last fight as long as it lasted, dude. He seemed like he could keep range for like a little bit. But my thing is, how long can he do that? Can he do that for all 3 rounds? I don't know if he can, dude. I think at some point the bad man is going to bink him on the chin, and he's going to go down like Greg Hardy knocked him out, dude. But they size up Austin Lane a lot bigger, a lot longer. But we already saw this, dude. I guess I'm going to stick with my pick, Justin Tafa by KO at some point, dude. But, yeah, kind of a risky fight. I think this fight to start round 2 is actually plus money. So if you think that this sketchy-ass fight can last until the second round, I think it's like plus 110. I don't think it's the worst play in the world, but I really don't. It's kind of sketchy that we have this in our $4 in our 4-leg ladder parlay for $20 from earlier in the week, dude. Because the closer this fight gets, dude, the more I'm like, man, I don't know about this one. I'm gonna stick with my pick, Justin Tafa, though. D-Rose, which way are you going?
Yeah, I think you're kind of looking now and seeing exactly how I felt. In terms of placing any type of money on this fight, because I'm like, man, I just don't know. You see the size of Austin Lane, and if you didn't know anything about fighting whatsoever, you would look at Austin Lane and be like, oh, he's going to kick Tafa's ass. But then you find out that Tafa has the kickboxing background that he does and the power that he carries, and you end up learning a lot more than about who's the better fighter between the two, or at least the more experienced. But I do think that I'm still sticking with Tafa. I think he gets the KO. I think the big thing with Tafa is that I think it is going to be closing range with Austin Lane. But them Tafas, man, when they get in that clinch, they love throwing elbows and uppercuts and hooks. And I think even just a small shot like that, they throw nasty knees to the body. They get in that clinch and they're nasty, man. I think as soon as he closes the distance against Austin Lane, I think that's a lot of weapons that you could see Tafa use to kind of slow down Austin Lane, keep him in front of him. And yeah, I think he lines him up for a big right hand and gets him out of there. I got Tafa. I got him by KO. You can get him by KO on FanDuel right now. Absolutely nuts. -155 right now. I would not. I mean that's going to be
I
the
wouldn't play that
yeah.
because he went to decision. He went to decision.
Dude, if you pick him on money line, it's -235 right now. You might as well just go money line if your KO odds are that awful. Like that's absolutely crazy. But you can do KO TKO round combination. You can do rounds 1 and 2, but it's at -135, so which is absolutely nuts again.
Dude,
but yeah,
how do you like the over 1.5 at +175? It'll be a butthole puncher, but
oh boy, you talking about lemon booty? Boy, you're gonna have some lemon booty watching that whole fight, dude. I mean, sitting there thinking you're gonna make it to 1.5. Oh my gosh, that's living on the edge, dude. I mean, that's lemon booty city. Yeah, that's
this fight to start round 2 on FanDuel right now. I mean, DraftKings right now is +110. So I don't feel like that's the worst play, but I like Tafa. Tafa probably knocks him out at some point. I think I haven't played on FanDuel at Tafa round 1 or 2 KO in a few parlays. But yeah, me and D-Rose both on Tafa this week. So let me get our screen back up here and move on to our next fight. That is Felipe dos Santos, which could be a fun fighter in the UFC, dude, but I just feel like he's just taking the step, dude. He went from, I think he's 7-0, was about to fight on the Contender Series, and taking the step up all the way to basically a number 1 contenders fight in the UFC that was going to be taking place against Manel Cap, Kai Car France, dude. But it's just such a huge step up, dude. It's just like who sanctioned this fight to even take place, to be honest, man? Like
Australia.
The experience level is just crazy. At the ceremonial weigh-ins, like Manel Cap did this little crawl in and then popped up. Something tells me if that happens in the fight, there's going to be a headbutt. No contest in the fight, dude.
Cop's dumb enough to do some stupid shit like that too.
Yep, because it's like, bro, why? Now, why'd you go and do that? Yeah, dude, but dude, I think this week in this fight, like Manel Cobb is either going to look like an absolute killer, like everyone thinks he's going to, or he's going to look like an absolute dumbass because he's been focused on no one but Kai Car France all week. Like whenever we're at the weigh-ins, he's like flipping the birds at him. When they were at the press conference, he like threw a water bottle at him and was like talking shit to him. It's like, bro, is he looking past this kid? And if so, I'm going to feel like an idiot when I parlay up like Manel Cap. I am confident in him. He has all the skills to win, and he should win, dude. But he's either going to look like an idiot or he's going to look like a killer this weekend against this UFC newcomer kid, dude. Sticking with my pick, Manel Cap should finish this kid, but we know Manel Cap likes to play with his food a little bit. And who knows what happens, man. I'm going Manel Cap to probably finish this kid pretty early. Should get it done. Which way are you going, D-Rose?
Yeah, I just think Dos Santos is just taking, as you said, just a big step up, just so quick. And, I think Manel Cap, yes, he gets on my nerves. He is a little bit of an annoying fighter. Like I just think I don't know. He just has kind of like this deserving attitude, and I just don't think he's really done much to kind of get the glamour that he thinks he deserves. But I think he could potentially get there. But I just don't think he's quite there just yet. But I understand, he's absolutely fired up right now, and he wants to try to get some get back because he had a fight against Figgy that fell out, and then he had a fight against Kai that fell out. So right now he's fired up, just wanting to try to get someone a fight, or try to get someone to fight. That way he can make a little bit of money. But I do think Kopp wins. I'm not betting anything on this fight. Like I'm not betting the over. I'm not betting Cop. I'm not betting anything because Dos Santos does have that shoot the box style, that crazy walk forward style. So dude, anything can happen. As you said, it's a fist fight. Anything can happen. And I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it with this one at all. I'm not betting anything.
How do you like this?
It breaks off now, all cap. Hell yeah, dude! Dude, Silent Six. I hope the same. I'm not a big fan of Manel Cop, and I mean I hope Dos Santos wins, but I wouldn't put money on it.
Yeah, dude, it just kind of scares me because
I was going to say that about Elvis Brenner though.
Same as well.
Yeah, what Nate Brown just said. I was actually going to mention that. But to be fair, doesn't Elvis Brenner have a lot more fights than Felipe Dos Santos as well? I think that's the big thing is that even though Elvis Brenner didn't have all his fights in the UFC, he had a lot more experience than Dos Santos does to this point.
Yeah, man. So next fight, we are both on like Manel Cap. Not as confident as I was earlier in the week, but dude, he's a huge favorite. I think right now Manel Cap is a -410 favorite on DraftKings, plus 320 dog for Felipe Daytona. Yeah, I mean, if you want to parlay him, he should win, but if he breaks your heart, that's what you get for betting Manel Cap because he plays with his food and he could get called, dude. And I'm gonna be like, ha, finally, dumbass. Yeah. Next fight, am I screen sharing? Indeed, I am. Next fight, we got Alexander Volkov going to be taking on Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. Round 2, Tui, baby. Everyone loves Tuivasa. Tuivasa with some lettuce up there today. Grew his hair out a little bit for the weigh-in. Always brings the little pillow. I think that's his son on there, dude. On his on the little pillow that he always brings up there, dude. But yeah, up there looking like peak male performance as he always does. Yeah, dude. This fight, nothing changed after the weigh-ins. Aside from the fact of just Jesus Volkov, just every time I see him, dude, I just feel like he just puts more and more mass on every time I see him, but I just feel like
dude, he is the real life example of the Alex Pereira meme. Like everybody thinks Alex Pereira gets bigger. No, literally Alexander Volkov gets bigger every time I see him. Like it's just like he grows an inch and then he gains 15 pounds. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but Ty, dude, he's not as small against them as I think most people thought that he was going to be. I would say his head goes up to about Volkov's nose, and dude, he knocked out Stefan Struve, and he was taller than that. So we know Tai Tuivasa can do it, but Stefan Struve, breaks like a pretzel though. Dude, I know a lot of people on Volkov this week. My strongest play here, I've been saying it all week. I think the line got a little bit better for anyone that wants to play it as well. You can like Tai, you can like Volkov. If you like Tai, I'm thinking that you're probably thinking that he knocks him out in round 2 like I do. But if you like Volkov, I suspect you think that he's going to maybe pick him apart round 1, the majority of round 2, maybe a late round 2 finish, maybe even round 3 finish, or you think Volkov is going to win a decision. But either way, I think this fight starts round 2, and at -180, I think it's a solid parlay piece this week. I have it in a ton of my things, so if anything happens in round 1, I'm going to be pretty upset unless it's a Tai Tuivasa knockout. But yeah, dude, it's going to bust a bunch of my shit. But I got this fight to start round 2. But I am officially picking round 2, Tai Tuivasa. And I don't know if you can see. Let me full screen us. I do have my Tai Tuivasa shirt on. Let me go full screen real quick. The UFC with the shoe. It says in New South Wales. It has some like shit on the back, but I'm not going to turn around or anything like that. D-Rose, are you pick flipping this week? Or are you staying on Volkov, dude? If he dinks him, he sinks him. Indeed, brother. Indeed.
No, I think man, I'm sticking with Volkov. I think the face off makes me Volkov does get a little flat-footed, but I think the big thing is that he does use his range well, and I think just as far as his just I think he's just been using his power a lot more. He used those teep kicks against your boy Romanov. And dude, that Biggie Boy finish, I mean, dude, that first right hand that he caught him, I mean, dude, Biggie Boy's mouthpiece literally went flying across the octagon when he cracked him with that shot.
I actually watched that fight earlier today, dude. I have a few questions. I feel like that could have been stopped a smidget early, dude. I don't feel like he was out. I know like the mouthpiece went flying, but just because the mouthpiece goes flying doesn't mean the fighter's out. I feel like he was on the cage and got stumbled a little bit. Cage caught him, so I feel like maybe stopped a tad bit early. And also, dude, early in that fight, Biggie Boy cracked Volkov, just putting the pressure on him just a little bit, dude. And I think Ty's heavy enough to put the pressure on enough to where he can maybe put Volkov out. It's only happened once or twice, but Ty's got the power to do it. That's what I'm like I meant to say earlier, like in the week, when I say that he has trouble when getting pressured, because even when he wins the fight, if you're able to put just a little bit of pressure on him and throw hooks at him, he doesn't move back well at all. And I think that's a big issue. So if you can put some pressure on him, he can crack. That's my thought. All right. Sorry, D-Rose, for interrupting you, man.
No, but I think, and to me, I think the big thing is that I think where Ty is the most vulnerable is to the body. I think that's where Gon really took advantage of Ty in their last fight, where he kept just kind of digging that teep kick up against the body. Now, Gon's kicks are obviously a lot quicker than Volkov's kicks, but I do think that Volkov, he uses them just as well, and he's just as dangerous with them. I think Ty's best chance is really to get it inside in the clinch, but if he doesn't get it inside, I think Volkov hangs on. Right now, Volkov on FanDuel, you can get him at minus 250. If I had to guess the way the fight goes, I'm going to think that Ty's been knocked out of his last two fights. It's a 3-round fight. I think he's going to be a little bit more cautious. I don't know if he's just going to step in there and just try to go to war. I mean, maybe a late finish, but I see Volkov winning. You could potentially go by decision. Dude, you can get Volkov by decision on FanDuel plus 370 right now. So if that's something that you think could be a possibility, just looking at those odds, that might be something I actually end up playing, just because I do think that's something that could potentially happen. I can see Volkov as being a little bit measured and keeping the distance, and Ty not really stepping in there into danger. Or the other play that I would probably like, I mean, you got the over 1.5 at minus 112 right now on FanDuel, so that's a sneaky play. And heavyweight overs besides a Tafa fight, yeah, I mean, over 1.5 is definitely a sneaky good play in my opinion. And you could also potentially do maybe some alternate round betting for Alexander Volkov, which is something I might consider as well. You could do 3 or decision, that he wins the fight in round 3 or decision at plus 240 right now for Alexander Volkov. So I think there's a little bit of value on there. I mean, you can get Tai Tuivasa in round 1 or 2 at plus 310 right now on FanDuel as well. So, I think if Ty does win, I think he gets an early finish. So that's a potential play as well. I think there's money to be had on this fight for sure, though.
Yeah, man. A lot of people split both ways, dude. Are on like DraftKings, Ty plus 205, Volkov minus 250. The over 1.5 is split both ways here, dude, at like minus 115. So either over or under. It's a pick 'em. This fight to start round 2, which I've been on all week. I know FanDuel it's minus 180. DraftKings it's minus 190. So yeah, dude, it's gonna be a hard fight to pick, but whoever is right is gonna look like a genius and be like, I told you so. But I'm sticking with my pick. Round 2, Tai Tuivasa getting the knockout. D-Rose, are you on Volkov still?
Yeah, for sure. Volkov.
All right, main event time, you degenerates. If you wouldn't mind, hit that thumbs up button for us, because we don't I don't ever ask y'all until super late in the show, and I feel like most people are like, "Who are these guys?" and then they just leave. So if you haven't already, please do us a favor and hit a thumbs up button. Main event time, D Rose. We got Izzy versus Sean Strickland. So let's get the weigh-in photos pulled up, dude. And I feel like personally, dude, Sean Strickland this week has just dug himself into a hole, dude. I'm not the biggest Sean Strickland in the fan in the world, and I may be completely biased because I just think he's an idiot, dude. Uh, is it me or is like everyone, or is everyone else that hears him all week being like, Izzy, these Australians love me more than they love you. They're not even your people. It's like, you do know that Izzy's not from Australia. Most fans in Australia aren't a fan of Izzy because he beat Rob. So he has gotten booed in Australia before. He's like, you hear these people, I'm more Australia than you. And then Izzy is just like, dude, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, that's the point. He's not Australian. He's from New Zealand. New Zealand and Australia have a clear, distinct rivalry, and they describe that going into the Robert Whittaker fight, which is why he's not a fan favorite in Australia, even though people would consider that's from the same region. Yeah, people in Australia aren't fond of him because of Robert Whittaker series.
but just Sean Strickland is just an idiot. So it's just like, bro, I just think he's just dug himself into a hole all week. Earlier in the week, I was probably thinking Izzy, probably later on 4 or 5 or decision, dude. But after all the shit this week, I think Izzy comes out there and I think he crushes Strickland early, dude. I got Izzy KO round 2, 3, or 4 at I think plus 250, which honestly kind of covers the majority of the rounds that I think it could happen. I don't think he crushes them super early. I think he fills them out round 1, kicks him to the legs a few times, kicks him to the body a few times, gets him reaching a little bit, and then hits Sean Strickland with a question mark kick round 2, round 3. But yeah, I think Izzy knocks out Sean Strickland. Dude, Sean Strickland looks like it's a game just being up there, dude. He like never wants to look at Izzy like in the face or anything like that. Like it's like he knows he's in trouble, dude. I just don't see a way Sean Strickland wins this fight. He's not going to outstrike Izzy. Izzy's gone 5 rounds multiple times before, shown that he has good cardio, can last over 5, dude. Sean Strickland's not an all of a sudden a D1 wrestler that's going to double leg him, take him down, dude. Derek Brunson is, and Izzy stopped his takedowns, dude. So even if wrestling is in the game plan, I don't see him getting Izzy down, dude. There's no chance, in my opinion, Sean Strickland wins this fight. So I'm going Izzy by knockout. I think FanDuel has it round 2, 3, or 4 KO at like plus 250. I like that, but I like Izzy via finish, and I think Izzy just be a like finish altogether, like sub or knockout. I don't think he subs him, but hey, he could. It's Sean Strickland. Is like minus 110. So I think you get about even odds. Possibly. I don't want to be lying to y'all. Let me make sure. Izzy via finish right now, yeah, is minus 110 on DraftKings. So basically even money for Izzy to finish Sean Strickland. So if you think it's going to happen, I think, that it is what it is. And then Izzy via decision, my side is plus 140. So, but Izzy straight up DraftKings right now. The line, I just feel like they just have it priced where they don't even want you to bet on it. Minus 670 for Izzy, plus 490 for Sean Strickland. They just want your Sean Strickland money, but hey, they're not getting mine. I have no interest in betting the Sean Strickland side. I think most people are just anchoring Izzy as their parlay. D-Rose, I'm going Izzy KO 2, 3, or 4. Which way are you going, brother?
Yeah, I think I do think Izzy, obviously sticking with the pick there. I think Izzy gets it done. My biggest thing, and we were kind of going back and forth with it as well, I could see a situation where Sean Strickland is just kind of happy to be there. He traveled halfway across the world. Well, actually all the way across the world. And he ended up getting a passport because Izzy basically had to, set it up to help him get the passport to actually get to Australia, as Izzy had mentioned in one of his
What's going on, Papa Chuck? How you doing,
hell
man?
hell yeah, Papa Chuck. But yeah, I think Izzy. I think Sean could be in a position to where he's basically happy to be there, happy to get a check. You know, Izzy had to do a lot to get Strickland there, and I think that Strickland, he kind of seems content with. He basically said he's going to go out there and lose some brain cells. I think he's content with earning a lot of fans through the trash talk, or not even trash talk, just the dumb talk that he normally has. I think he's just trying to basically bask in this moment as much as he can. I could very well see the way that he lost to Alex, he's not going to fight Izzy that way. I think he just fights him the complete opposite. Almost had to get into a kickboxing match with him, and I think very much so. Hey, yes it does, Papa Chuck. Life comes at you fast, dude. Congratulations to you, bro. That's awesome. And yeah, congratulations on the family. Yeah, luckily my wife never went through a C-section, but my parents did, and it's rough, man. So definitely, definitely prayers for your wife, man, and yeah, congrats to you and your family, bro, for sure.
Hell yeah, Papa Chuck. Glad everything worked out. The newborn arrived safe, dude. Hell yeah. Congrats on being a new father. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day if I become brave enough, I'll try to,
Yeah, no, that's it's a rough life. It's a rough life, that's for sure. But yeah, no, that's a good point as well. That he didn't fall off flat earth or anything. Yeah, Strickland's an idiot, man. But I think in terms of betting on this fight, FanDuel, Izzy's minus 700, so there's nothing appealing about that whatsoever. I could see Izzy getting a finish. If it was to happen, it would probably happen late. I think, for me on FanDuel, you could do alternate round betting. You could do, for me, you can get Izzy a 4-5 or decision for him to get the finish in the 4th or the 5th round or win by decision at minus 130 right now. So I think there's some pretty good value in that. I just got this gut feeling, man, and I just watched a lot of Izzy fights, and I would love nothing more for him to get the finish. If he gets it, I think it's late, but for some reason, man, I just got this vibe that Izzy's almost kind of there just to do business. Because I just don't think he's motivated for the Strickland fight. I think he wanted Dricus initially. Dricus didn't take the fight. Now Izzy's been saying, hey, well, you're going to have to get in the back of the line. Now Paulo or Hamza might get the fight after you. I think he wants to basically establish dominance, that Dricus isn't going to control the terms. But I do think Izzy's a little bit not as much motivated to fight Sean Strickland as he would have been Dricus. And I think that plays into Izzy potentially having, I don't want to admit it, but potentially a kind of a sleepy, boring type win here.
I hope not, dude. I hope Izzy comes out and shows him what's up. I'm telling you, dude, open up with the leg kicks round 1. Round 2 hits him with the body kicks. Round 3 starts alternating between the two, and then round 4 hits him with the question mark kick, head kick, knockout, and we all cash. You cash your 4-5 or decision. I cash my 2, 3, or 4, and we're all happy, dude.
Oh
yeah. Luzzy going, Lush asking, is he going to win over 1.5 or 2.5? Personally, I think DraftKings has Izzy. I think I played Izzy over 1.5 at like minus 300 or earlier, possibly, because I feel like that's over 1.5 is all right.
Good.
No, minus 360 is what it is now. Over 2.5 is minus 200. So Izzy and over 2.5 minus 200. Izzy and over 1.5 minus 360. Yeah, I guess it's about half the price. About half the price at over 1.5 Lush, but over 2.5, I feel like, if he crushes him early round 3, I'm going to be like, damn, Lush was so close on that bet, and I'm going to remember this moment. Play the 1.5 Lush.
Yeah, I like that 1.5 because I could see Izzy getting a mid-round, maybe like late,
it
late
is better
second
than 6
like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I'm with Matt all the way on that. Definitely the over 1.5.
Yeah, so that is all of our picks, bottom to top. All what is it, 12 fights on this card, D Rose. We were confident on some, we were against each other on some, and we were dead the same on some. So every pay-per-view fight week, I bring y'all some change to cheddar parlays. I got 4 of them this week, $2.50 each. And you know I'm not going to allow D Rose on change to cheddar without giving y'all some parlays himself. So he didn't really follow the change to cheddar rules, but I appreciate him stopping by and giving us a few of his parlays. He gave me 2, a $10 and a $5. So total this week we'll have two parlays from D Rose, a $10 and a $5, and 4 from me, all $2.50 each. So that's a total of $25 in long shot parlays, or I guess from my side, D Roses look pretty safe. But I'll pull them up here, D Rose. You might have to go toward your UFC sign like when I pull yours up. But let's get into it. And I downloaded this cool sound so we can turn some change into some cheddar.
Cha-ching. Let's go. Hell yeah.
All right. So let's get into my first one, y'all. And I kind of feel like it's a long shot, but I feel like it's definitely possible. D Rose, you might be halfway a fan of this one, and maybe not a halfway fan of the other half. But I'm gonna pull it up, and here we go. So it's a 2-leg parlay. I put $2.50 to win $195, and that is Chuck Buffalo via submission in round 2 or 3 at a plus 550. And that parlayed up with Anton Terkali in submission round 2 or 3 on FanDuel at plus 1,100. $2.50 there to win damn near $200. So I feel like, that's a solid parlay. Both could definitely happen because if the fights get out of round 1, we're live, baby. We're cooking. We're ready to go. Because Blood Diamond round 1, I think that's all he has is about round 1 before he gets exposed with having no ground game. But round 1, he's dangerous. And Anton Terkali, I think he wins anything over round 1 because Tyson Pedro has round 1 in him, and that's it as well. So that's how I'm feeling. Feel free to play that. Feel free to not play that. Round 2, parlay number 2 for me, though, on the change to cheddar is going to be a 9-leg parlay over on FanDuel. So a little bit more risky. And let me take the banner off the bottom of here so y'all can see what we're winning. Let me make sure I don't sound like I'm in your pocket. We got 9-leg here. Kind of risky. We got a lot of picks, but I don't even know if we have any. Yeah, we only have 1 plus money here, dude. So 9 legs, plus 7,196, $2.50 to win $182. Starts off like this. Blood Diamond versus Chuck Buffalo to start round 2 at a minus 196. Jamie Malarkey to win straight up at a minus 265. Jack Jenkins to win in 3-year decision. That's our only plus money at plus 105. Carlos Ulberg straight up at a minus 290. Anton Terkali straight up at a minus 114. Justin Tafa versus Austin Lane to go under 1.5 at a minus 230. Manel Cap versus Lipe Daytona to go under 2.5 at a minus 180. Hopefully, Manel Cap can get it done. And if not, hopefully he showboats and gets head kicked. So something like that. Another play that I really love this week, and hopefully it comes through for us. It's either going to come through for me or shit on everything. It's Tai Tuivasa versus Volkov to start round 2 at a minus 180. And the last leg of the parlay is minus 105, just Izzy by finish on DraftKings. Looks like I got that a little bit probably before it changed. $2.50 to win $182. So nothing too crazy, but if we hit it, it'll be cool to win like $100 off of $2.50 though. Parlay number 3 from me is going to be a 7-leg. I got some odds boost here, y'all. A 7-leg, and it looks like I got a 50% odds boost over on DraftKings. It went from 3,025 to 4,530. 8, and it got us over that $100 mark, which is what I try to do every one of these parlays to be over $100. And that's going to be Izzy via finish at -110, Manel Cap straight up -380, Justin Tafa the Justin Tafa versus Austin Lane to go under a round and a half at -230, Anton Turkalj to win and over a round and a half at +180. We got the Carlos Ulberg and Daun Jung fight to start round 2. Because if Carlos Ulberg doesn't win in the first round, I'm telling y'all, I'm probably going to start mashing Daun Jung, and I'm going to be like, well, at least this change in cheddar parlay is probably going to hit now, because that's the one that I'm like, dude, I don't know. The second to last parlay on there, second to last leg on there is Jack Jenkins versus Machine Gun Mariscal to start round 3 at -280. And Blood Diamond versus Charlie Radke to go under 2.5. And that, one more time, is $2.50 to win $115. And my last parlay this week, before I pass it over to D Rose, is going to be another 9-leg, $2.50 to win $157. That's Izzy to win and over 2.5. So I was with you on the over 2.5 lush. So if he wins later, hopefully me and you can hit that. Or, if you play the 1.5, you'll be safe either way. Tai Tuivasa versus Volkov to go over 1.5. Kind of a risky play, but who knows? Manel Cap straight up. Tyson Pedro versus Turkalj over 1.5. Carlos Ulberg to win and under a round and a half. Jack Jenkins and over a round and a half. Jamie Malarkey straight up. Nasrat Haqparast versus Quinones, the fight to start round 2 at -360. I feel like that's not the worst play in the world, to be honest. And then Blood Diamond versus Charlie Radke to go over over a round and a half. So hopefully one of my 4 change to cheddar parlays can hit this week. But D Rose, it's your first time doing this portion of change to cheddar, if you will. So I'm going to pass it over to you. I'm going to pull up your first parlay, and if you want to walk the people through it, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so this is kind of what we were mentioning earlier, just in terms of just what I liked in that Pedro and Turkalj fight. I do like the over 1.5 there at -124. As I said, a lot of Pedro's fights have gone over that distance before, and if he gets the finish, he normally gets the finish early. But if he does not get the finish early, there's a very good chance that over 1.5 is going to hit. Again, Tafa round 1 or 2 KO. I do believe that's the method that he's going to be able to get it done with. -235, you could lay that on him as well, as far as the just on the money line right now. But we're trying to get these odds down so we can make a little bit more money. And I'd say go Alexander Volkov money line here. Like I said, I was kind of potentially leaning towards a decision, but wanted to keep this one just a little bit safer, and I'm feeling pretty good about the Izzy 4-5 decision there. At -130, I just think the way I think the fight ends up playing out, potentially get a finish late, but -130, I like that line for Izzy for the late finish potentially, and you can cover yourself with the decision worst case scenario.
Yeah, and that is a 4-leg plus 678, and you put $5 to win 38. So the total payout will be like $43, $44, something like that, right?
Right. Yeah. So yeah, pretty safe bet. Trying to get a little account liner here. And look, I'm an NFL fan, so the NFL's back. There's some college football, so I'm trying to rise this up. So hey, we combine all the sports and we all kind of rise up together. So that's kind of the point in one of these bets here. And again, super confident in Gabriel Miranda here. I am confident in him. I think he gets it done, and I think especially after seeing the weigh-ins and the face-offs, I'm super confident in him. So at +116, I think that's really good money that you can get on a dog that's going up against someone who, honestly, if I'm thinking, probably should have been the favorite. Like I think Gabriel Miranda probably should have been the favorite, but especially Shane Young on a 3-fight losing streak. But Jack Jenkins and Chepe Mariscal, I think both fighters are just tough as an old leather boot. So I think it's just going to be hard for either one of them to get finished. So -260, that line might seem a little bit heavy, but going to decision, it just seemed like almost too good to be true. And I've been burned like that a couple of times. So let's go to start round 3 here at -260. And I think Tai Tuivasa and Alexander Volkov. I do tend to agree with you. I think Ty's going to come out and start the fight a little bit slower. And I think Alexander Volkov, I think even if he is to finish the fight, I could see Ty potentially taking a step back, not getting completely blasted like he did against Sergey Pavlovich in the first round. I think that leads you to start the second round there. And I put $10 on it to win 46. So, like I said,
so
plus
total payout
plus
would be
365 odds.
56 total payout. So that's not bad. Yeah, and dude, if
and these are safe bets for me too. I'm a safe bettor.
Yeah, and I have to be honest, dude. I actually like that one. I might tail that one from you because I actually like that one. I think that one probably hits. All my faith has been lost in Shane Young after he missed the weight. What do you think about this one right here, D Rose? I feel like that's a solid one. I feel like it's really sleepy. That one's real sleepy. Like,
yeah.
Like,
that one. That one. It's a little tricky, and the only reason why is because I do think Tyson Pedro's he's got pretty decent submission defense. I know. I think OSB submitted him back in the day, but for the most part, he's got pretty good jiu-jitsu. So I don't think it'll be tough. It'll be tough. But man, that Charlie Racky at plus 550, that's something that I didn't even consider. That's something that I might end up considering throwing it in one of my bets there. That plus 550, that's really good money on something that I could very well see happen.
You know, I'm always playing around with the props, dude. Seeing what the bookies are like. You fucking idiots!
Can't believe you missed this shit.
Yeah, dude. One of my favorites was Brian Battle KO at like plus 800. Like with Gabe Green tried to ooga booga him, dude. I'm like, why didn't I put more on that, dude? Yeah.
Dude.
And, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no! I was going to say I remember that. That was a brutal one.
Yeah. And remember, y'all, this is week 1 of our ladder parlay from the podcast earlier in the week, where we put $20 on the parlay to win 50 this week from earlier in the podcast. So if you didn't see it, I'll give it to you one more time. Week 1 this week is going to be Jamie Malarkey money line, Olberg money line, Tafa money line, and Izzy money line. You see how the odds has changed so much since Wednesday earlier in the week. We got plus 190 on that parlay. We put $20 on it to win 58-17 for week 1 of our parlay. If we win it, we'll be putting the winnings to win $100 on next week's fights, or at least hopefully so, dude. Yeah, dude. What's your thoughts on our right before we got out here real quick? What's your thoughts on our ladder? Are you as confident as you were earlier in the week, or maybe not as much?
I think you're trying to shake me a little bit on the Tafa pick there, trying to make me feel a little queasy, but I think that's really the only one that I'm a little bit shaky on, just because I don't know if Austin Lane's size could come into play here, but I'm just going to lean on the UFC experience level at this point. Man, I'm feeling pretty good. Tafa's the only one that I feel shaky about, but Malarkey, Izzy, Olberg, yeah, I'm 100% confident in those guys. Tafa about like a 90%, but hey, I'm feeling good about hitting this week.
Lush wants to know if you like Notre Dame minus 7.5.
Oh, I did not. I got to look at the game. I got to look at the game. I did not see who they were. I'm a Florida State fan, so I am. Which, I mean, they play Southern Miss tomorrow, so it's not going to be a highly notable game. I am a bigger NFL fan. There's going to be a lot of props. Oh, they're playing NC State minus 7.5. That's NC State solid. Yeah, you could potentially do that, or maybe one of the things, Lush, I like to do in terms of betting for football, I like to tease that spread down a little bit. If you got minus 7.5, take it down to minus 3.5. So that way you can cover yourself just in case if they win by 4 or more, and you can get minus 3.5 at minus 200 right now. Really good odds for me.
I have no clue what anything you just said. I'm like, all right, cool.
Minus 7.5 is the so
Yeah,
basically Notre
like
Dame
the
has to
point
win.
spread. Yeah,
Yeah, so Notre Dame has to win by a touchdown or more.
yeah.
Or they had to win by 8 points or more specifically. So if they win by 7 or less, your bet does not hit. So for the spread, I think NC State is not that great. So honestly, that minus 7.5 is pretty good, but it's freaking football, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if the biggest thing that gets you in football are backdoor covers when they pull the starters out, and then the bench players end up scoring and end up catching in and slicing into that lead and killing your bet. It's happened to me a lot of times, man. It's crazy.
Nate Brown letting us know Coconut Bombs is about to fight on BKFC on YouTube. So I'll have to go back and watch
shit
that later on. Yeah. Mike Vitolo. Great show. Best of luck, boys. YouTube, Papa Chuck. Hopefully everything stays well alive, the little one. Appreciate you stopping by here today, brother. And yeah, dude, one of the OGs was here from the beginning. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Feeling good. Hell yeah. FSU comes here next season. I'm going. So hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. That's dope. Wait, who is he? Wait, where's he from? Wait, where's Lush from?
I know that he's a Notre Dame fan, so I want to say Lush is from
like Indiana.
Indiana. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's up in Indiana. Yeah.
I wanted to say it was like Iowa, but I was like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah. Notre Dame's up in Indiana, so that makes sense. And they've been playing against each other last couple years off and on, so that makes sense for them playing.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, Indiana. You were right. Yeah. That's gonna be all from us here this time, guys. I gave you 4 legs. 4 different parlays. All you can win $100 or more long shots. Me and D Rose gave you every single one of our picks all the way through the card. The ones exact how we thought it was going to happen. Some solid bets throughout the podcast chat or change of cheddar, whatever you want to call it. And then D Rose also gave y'all 2 of his parlays, little safer ones, but I personally like one of them. I'll probably play that as well. But we appreciate all of y'all for stopping by. If y'all haven't already, hit a thumbs up button on y'all's way out. And usually we do a post fight for the pay-per-view, but gotta be honest, this card's kind of ass, y'all. So I'm not staying up till like 2:30 in the morning to talk about a bunch of fights that, when really the Izzy fight's what we're going to be excited to see, and everything else is kind of like whatever. This could be at the Apex. Anything else before we get out of here, D-Rose?
Nah, man. I think we're good to go, man. Good pod. Change the cheddar, baby.
Hell yeah.
Make some money.
Cheddar. Yeah. Only had one pick flip, and that was Gabriel Miranda. So, and that's because weight miss, but it is what it is. Hopefully that one don't affect me keeping the pick champ this week. We appreciate all of y'all for stopping by here. We'll catch y'all Wednesday for the Golden Octagon MMA podcast, catch up on everything that happened, and talk about the fights this upcoming week. It's gonna be all from us, Matt, D Rose, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.